Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie we're gonna look at the city of Eugene, which has received a photogrammetry update as part of World Update number 10, which has been released a while ago already. So for those who are not aware where Eugene is located, Eugene is in, let's say it's close to Portland, right? It's south of Portland. So that's where the city is located. It's, I would say, if you follow runway or highway 5, then you would, I would say, pass it. There are several, I'd say, buildings there. There's some musea, like the Museum of Natural and Cultural History, the Jordan Schnitzer Museum of Art, and several other things. There's also an airport close by. It's Eugene Airport. It's located outside of the city, let's say northwest from the city. So that's also the airport which we're gonna use for departure. So we're already, let's say, located on the airport, but we're in the incorrect direction, right? We're flying northwards and we need to, let's say, make a turn. So let's go airborne and let's see if we can see what they've changed as part of that photogrammetry update. So here we go. Bumpy, so we're airborne, and what we now need to do is we need to make a right turn because we're departing in north direction, right? So we need to make a turn.
Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra continue for north departure.
So here we go.
Eugene Tower Diamond Alpha
Get
Sierra
to the airport,
X-ray
right?
Golf Sierra
And
continue for north
we
departure.
need to keep turning. Normally would fly, I would say, first a little bit outside of the airport and then make the turn. What we now did is we are actually flying over the airport, as you can see. So let's adjust the trim a bit. Correctly. Here we go. So, as already mentioned, right, we need to change the direction in which we're flying. So we're flying in southeast direction. That should bring us to the city itself. But what we can do is we can open the VFR map to validate. So we need to pick a different controller and then hope that the aircraft doesn't crash, because that's what I had in the past also. So opening the VFR map, we're still going into the correct direction, so that's good. In that case we can continue our flight. And let's see if we can see what has changed. So photogrammetry update, again, right, I've already extended multiple times in previous videos. That's where they use Bing Maps to update the scenery. It's not that they added handcrafted buildings. Handcrafted buildings are, as the name already tells, are really handcrafted, right? So really hand designed by, say, by people. While Bing Maps is simply importing the map and then using that as the scenery, replacing the default scenery of Flight Simulator. We can already see some parts of the city. We can already see some, I would say, sport facilities located here. I'm trying to figure out where that is, because I'm using, I would say, one of the popular tools on the internet, right, to figure out, okay, where we are. It looks like that we're at the part of the river road, that section. That's the, I would say, section where we're currently flying. You can see that there's a river. That's the William Mat, if I'm reading it correctly.
Eugene approach Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Diamond DA 45 miles southeast of Eugene, 2,700 feet. Request flight following.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Eugene
Adjust the trim a bit.
Squawk Tree 104.
And continue our flight.
Squawk Tree 104 Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So the road which we're passing now, which is also passing the bridge, is the Delta Highway, and that will bring you to the West 6th and 7th Avenue on the other end of the river.
Roger, Diamond X-Ray Golf
here,
Sierra.
and let's say a little bit further we can already see the highway number 5. So what you can see here is that they did some updates here in this part. At least you can see that these buildings are, I would say, having a little bit more texture compared to normal content. So that's really nice to see. We're going to fly a little bit lower in a few minutes. The first one to do is a high-level flyover. In the surroundings we can see several sporting facilities, as you can see. We can see it looks like a soccer stadium or something over there. Over there, if I'm correct, this should be highway number 5. But I'm guessing, because if I look at the map it looks a little bit different. No, it's highway number 5, which we're passing. So one of the cool things is that you can follow highway number 5, right? Because it brings you from this city. If we fly in north direction, it will bring you eventually to. Let's figure out what it is over there. It will bring you to Salem and then to Portland. And if you go into south direction, it will bring you to smaller cities like Yoncala, also Sutton, Wilbur, that direction. But currently we're flying above Eugene. So let's change the angle a bit. Already are outside of the city, as you can see. So let's start turning. And also let's start, let's say, adjusting the power a bit and also decreasing altitude. Another sporting facility below us. Runway or highway number 5. Highway number 5. And then in front of us there's the city. It looks like that the part we're flying to, I would say now, has received most updates, right? Because you can see some content over there. So we're going to decrease the power completely. So we can, I would say, slowly decrease our altitude. Slowly, not too fast. So in here we can clearly see that they would say at least touch this one, because if you look at the surroundings here, they're a little bit more flat, while I'd say this part of the city has, would say, received some buildings which are, I would say, elevated, which, I'd say, always proves that this is being touched by Bing Maps. Also on the other side of the river you will see some updates. So So that's nice. So what we currently are seeing is the Alton Stadium, if I'm correct, and besides that there's the I would say Eugene Science Center. Currently we're flying above the park. It's the Alton Baker Park. It's over here. So they at least have to add some more context to this part. You can also see, I would say, the details on the, I would say, sporting facility field. And now we're coming into the, I would say, neighborhood, and in the neighborhood you won't see that many changes compared to what you would say would expect. But there are some, say, add some more detail, right? Like some parks. So we're gonna slowly turn back. Some more sporting facilities, and you can also see a lot of water, right? So there are a lot of lakes or small lakes. It's the delta ponds, which we see over there. So let's see if we can find some other stuff, which is nice. So over there we get the Valley River Center, correct? That's located there. So while we're still turning, we should see the Owen Rose Garden and eventually also the Skinner Bottle Park. Now we're entering the city itself again, so with 6th and 7th Avenue. So that's downtown G. Most parts have been added here, right? You can see the elevation of the, say, buildings here. We see it looks like that these are the Amazon ball fields. Again, it looks like, I'm not 100% sure about it. Here you can also see the level of detail which they have added. And then we're coming back to highway number 5 again, so let's fly over it and let's see if there's something changed off the highway, but I don't expect it, to be honest. Looks like more some industry parts of the city, some manufacturing, looks like. So not too much detail over here. So in that case we're gonna end this video. So in this video we looked at Eugene, city located south from Portland, which received a photogrammetry update as part of WUP update number 10, which has been released, I think it's already 3 weeks ago. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to put them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.